Near a quiet little village, close to tall mountains and green valleys, there lived a small sparrow. She was tiny, but her happiness was big. Nothing in this world made her happier than flying freely in the open sky. Every morning, as soon as the sun touched the mountain tops, she would spread her wings and fly high above the trees. The wind felt like her closest friend, gently lifting her up and carrying her forward. The wide blue sky felt like her home, and the soft white clouds felt like pillows made just for her. Her heart was always light, always full of joy. She loved flying so much that she never thought about anything else. She believed the sky was her whole world, and nothing could ever take that away from her. But one day, everything changed. Dark clouds suddenly covered the sky. The air became cold and heavy. Loud thunder shook the mountains, and bright lightning cut through the clouds. A powerful storm had arrived. The sparrow tried to fly through it, thinking she could handle it like always. But this time, the wind was too strong. It pushed her around, throwing her from side to side. She tried to flap harder, but the storm was stronger than her wings. Suddenly, she lost control and fell to the ground. When she opened her eyes, pain spread through her body. Her wings hurt badly. She tried to stand up and fly again, but her wings did not move the way they used to. They were weak and broken. She tried again and again, but each time she failed. Days passed, then weeks passed. The little sparrow sat quietly under a lonely tree. Every day she watched other birds flying freely in the sky. They laughed, played, and danced in the air, just like she used to. Her heart felt heavy. Tears filled her eyes as she whispered to herself, "Why me? What did I do wrong? Why did I lose my wings?" She felt useless. She felt forgotten. She felt like her life had lost all meaning. Many times she thought there was no reason to live anymore. One calm morning, as sunlight slowly touched the ground, a kind monk walked along the path near the tree. He noticed the sparrow sitting quietly, not moving. He stopped and looked at her with gentle eyes. "Little one," he asked softly, "why are you so sad?" The sparrow replied in a weak voice, "I used to fly high in the sky. That was my joy, my life. Now I can't even lift myself from the ground. My life has no meaning anymore." The monk listened carefully. Then he smiled kindly and said, "Then walk." The sparrow looked at him in surprise. "Walk," she said, "but I am a bird. Birds don't walk. Birds don't walk." The monk nodded gently and said, "When one path closes, another path opens. You just need to notice it." After saying this, the monk continued on his way. The sparrow kept thinking about his words all day. They felt strange and confusing. She didn't fully understand them, but somehow, they stayed in her heart. That night, under the quiet stars, she whispered to herself, "Maybe I should try." The next morning, with fear and doubt in her heart, she took her first small step. It was slow, it was painful, but she did not stop. Every day she walked a little more. Each step made her stronger. As she walked, she began to see a world she had never noticed before. She saw small flowers growing between rocks. She watched ants working together to carry food. She noticed mice running quickly, turtles moving slowly, and frogs jumping happily. She found seeds on the ground and discovered new kinds of food she had never seen from the sky. The more she walked, the more she learned. She began to enjoy the sound of her tiny feet on the earth. She felt the cool wind on her face and rested in the soft shade of trees. Slowly, her heart began to change. She stopped asking, "Why me?" She started saying, "Thank you, God." Weeks passed, and one day she felt something warm in her wings. She gently stretched them. There was no pain anymore. She flapped once, then again, and suddenly she was flying. The sky looked different now. It felt calmer, brighter, and more peaceful than before. She flew gently, not fast like earlier, but with balance and care. Then she saw the monk again. She flew down and bowed her head. "Thank you," she said. "You were right. The sky feels different now." The monk smiled and replied, "The sky belongs to those who first learn to respect the earth. You lost your wings to learn how to walk, and you learned to walk so you could learn how to fly again." The sparrow finally understood. Her pain was not a punishment, it was a lesson. It taught her patience, gratitude, and growth. From that day on, she was never afraid of falling again. She knew that even without wings, she could still move forward, step by step. And friends, this story is for all of us. When life becomes difficult, we often complain, but complaining only brings more sadness. Gratitude brings peace. So stop complaining and start being thankful for what you have. When you do that, your heart will feel calm, and happiness will slowly find its way back to you.